Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 73rd episode of Dungeon Masters of Entrath, the one and only recurring Hex game show. I am your host, Thron. We got another 3 hours or so of game show action in us tonight, give or take. Now, recently, Twitch giveaways, which is a Chrome extension that me and a lot of the other official channel streamers have been using to give away Evo codes and stuff. That extension has been completely broken, and I have yet to find a satisfactory replacement on how to handle giveaways and stuff. Which is why for tonight, dungeon entry is first come, first serve. I'm not going to do a random roll on who gets to fight in the dungeon or use that to dictate the order. If somebody says that they want to throw down and challenge the dungeon, I'm just going to write down names on a first come first serve basis. You speak up, you get to go first, and I'll work my way down the line for as many people as we can accommodate into our show block. We have 5 different towers available that you can choose to challenge. Each tower has its own deck building rules that you have to follow. And silver means that you may use commons and uncommons only, no rares or legendaries, except that you are allowed to use rare resources if you have those. In gold tier towers, rares are okay, but legendaries remain banned. That gives me one little extra power lever that I have in my back pocket towards trying to make challenges a little bit more challenging. The prismatic towers are both currently singletons, so you may only have one copy of any non-standard resource card in your deck. Almost want me to send all stuff to your hand again? Oh. Yeah, it just completely wrecked me. Romo did wreck me quite good last time. And our last tower, just running through the rundown here, is the Time Tower, which is still currently Shattered Destiny and Shards of Fate cards only. Alright, Stigma, I will write you down. There is no actual exclamation point challenger right now due to Twitch giveaways being broken. And then we'll do Raptos, and then Romo I will take as being in. I mean, this early in, you're both definitely getting runs. So I have you written down. And then, of course, over here on the far right, we have Raptos death count. Every time Raptos dies in the dungeon, that count goes up 1. We also have a roving boss based on Raptos that could show up in any of the towers to fight people. And then if I lose playing that deck, that also fuels the counter, but I'm pretty terrible about remembering to do that. For those of you in chat, we will be doing a couple Evo Code giveaways over the course of the stream. I will announce when those are going to be going on, and the fairest way I've determined to figure out who gets those is I'm going to go to random.org, pick a number between 1 and 100, and the first person to correctly guess the number in chat is going to get the code. So don't spam numbers now, we're not doing it, but I will let you know when it's time to start making guesses for an Evo code. Also, new and starting this episode of Dungeon Masters of Entrath is every episode is going to have a player challenging me who I deem to be the winner of the episode. And I say winner in air quotes because in the style of Whose Line Is It Anyway, if you've ever seen that show, their tagline is everything's made up and the points don't matter. I can select who's the winner of the episode based on any criteria I want. It could be the person who most hilariously wrecked my face that night. It could be the person who rolled up in the dungeon with the most wildly original deck. It could be the person who, trolled me really hard or showed off some crazy interaction. It's do something that kind of makes an impression, and you could be the winner of the show. And whoever is deemed the winner of the show is going to get an Evo code. But that Evo code is only open to people who actually participated in fighting me on stream towards trying to win some loot. As always, matches are best of 1. You win, you move on. You lose at any point along the way, your run is done. Up to 3 wins in a row is how many games you could be in for. And if you win 3 in a row, you are considered to have cleared a floor of each of that respective tower. You get your name on the end of you get your name added to the end of season leaderboards for some bonus prizes. And yeah, so good times. But Raptos, you are up first. So what tower are we doing today? I'll type in chat too, just because of possible delay. So our first 2 challengers are going to be Stigma Buster, and then Romos, and then from there, if anybody speaks up, they will get added into the list as we go. And Stigma Buster is checking his deck. As always, if anybody has any questions about how things work, feel free to let me know, and I'm always happy to answer questions, because this is not your typical hex stream. We are not jumping on the ladder. We're not doing hardcore constructed. We're not doing limited. This is all kitchen table antics. Ooh, Raptos mixing it up and going for the time tower tonight. The time tower is currently the tower with the fewest clears. I do need to get my lazy butt in motion and make some towers for more recent chapters for the time tower, so that that becomes a little bit more possible for more people to play. Now, where is... Here we go. Time, gold, 1, robots. So I'm going to get the infographic off screen here so you can see what's going on. And I have a challenge off to Raptos to kick off the evening. Tonight's our weekly event in an official capacity is the Arcanum Vault, and that is going to start in about 52 minutes if you're looking for more serious constructed action. Raptos running Palamedes. I don't even remember what you do. Target 4 charges. Target troop gets +1/+1. Oh, somebody's grilling outside. I have my windows open and I smell burgers. And now I'm sad because I want burgers. It's just nice to be back in grilling season. Alright, so is Raptos going to be mono diamond or branch out across a couple different shard bases? So this is a little bit sad because I don't have an artifact to turn into a warbot. And so maybe it would have been worth holding that, but I want to get something on the board. I think on turn 2 I play this for another ruby, because I have 2 sapphire right here, and Rocket Ranger is playable on 3. Let's see what the draw is. The draw is an Electroid, so I'm going to stick to that plan. And get a second ruby. Electroid. This can't attack or block unless you control 4 or more dwarf or robots. So he's a little bit timid. Takes some work to get going, but that's the price you pay for a 1-drop that's 3/4. Ping Raptos for 1, and we will move on to our Raptos' turn here. Inspire. As another troop comes into play that costs 3 or more, it's going to get +1/+1, and that's a 4/3. It's a little annoying. I do like me a second Rocket Ranger. Worker bot, go. So Rocket Ranger is when you control 1 or more artifacts that has flight. 3 or more gets it +2/+2. 5 or more is when it attacks, it deals 4 damage to the opposing champion's face. We are at 2. So we have flight, and we need 1 more to make that bigger. And I'm not going to... Yeah, I'm not going to throw these into the meat grinder here. I'm just going to hold back and be defensive. Because next turn I could get Terrabot out. Or not Terrabot, Indoctocopter out. Actually, no, I could get Terrabot out too. It costs 3. Yeah, I can't play both. I can't play both. So I'll play the Terrabot because now Rocket Ranger is a 4/4. Swing and pass. I have 3 artifacts. This would be number 4, so I still need 2 more artifacts to make this 4 damage to the face per swing. Oh no. That ruins my plans. Well, it's socketed with Flight and Life Drain. And it draws a card when it hits me. That one card single-handedly kind of wrecks what's going on here. So you can kill this and you can gain 4 health. Alright, so Reese is a legendary. That's one of my few boss cards in the deck. I'll throw out another Rocket Ranger. I still feel like that is a wasted swing, though. If I could get both of these to be able to hit for 4 in the face apiece, then it might be worth. Well, that'd be 8. 4 of it would come back, and it still wouldn't be as worth. Royal Diplomat needs to die. Okay, so that's 1, 2, that is 3, that is 4, that is 5. So these would hit for 4 a piece on swing. Deal 8, 4 of it comes back, and I lose a troop. I don't think that's... I need to find some removal. Otherwise, I think Raptos is pretty safe to hide behind all the... behind the massive Inspire army over there. And won't swing with that, because I would just probably block it, take it off the map if it goes in. Well, this is awkward. There should be removal in this deck. Otherwise, we're gonna have the awkward standoff for a little bit here while we figure out who wants to be brave and go first. That is a 3/6. That is a 3/6. All right, Volcanon is good. Volcanon might force the issue a little bit. I can exhaust that and exhaust a dwarf or a robot and deal 3 damage to the opponent's face. Yeah, Arcanum Vault in 45 minutes, folks. If you feel the need to get your constructed fix in that way. Alright, another Kraken Guard, Sea Priest, and that one's a 3/5. I think it has some kind of do card thing. Is there going to be a swing here? There's not a swing, so now is the time to use Volcanon. Hit you for 3. Exhaust 2 dwarves and a robots you control to ready this. You need a jank ladder, right? Exhaust. 2. Exhaust that. And end your turn, get all my stuff back. I think I'm, at this point, I think I'm just hiding. Wait, can I even, do you even get a turn if I do this? Take 3. Exhaust 2. And then that's 6. Exhaust 2. 9. Exhaust 2. Oh yeah, I just spam the Volcannon. All glory to the Volcannon. All glory to the Volcannon. Alright, so Raptos was our first challenger of the evening. Was not able to defeat the first deck of the Time Tower. So I'll bring these up here. And as is tradition, as Raptos knows, he's quite comfortable being a running joke. The death count for Raptos is now 27. Yeah, I had enough flyers to hold out. I was worried about the 4/5 life gainer, though. Alright, so now our next challenger of the evening is going to be Romos. Romos, what tower are we fighting? Romo. And again, it is first come, first serve on dungeon entry tonight, as you can see in the top left corner of the screen. If you wish to play, let me know, and I will add you into the queue of people, because Switch Giveaways is broken and I can't roll for it. Right now there is nobody on deck behind Romo, so the next person to speak up and want to play will get to play. Alright, so Romo is doing Immortal Rock, aka the Silver Tower. So I'll get Whisper off to you. Romos Jr. And again, if you tuned in late, new starting this episode of Dungeon Masters of Entrath is I will declare one person who challenges me every episode the winner of the episode, and that person will receive an Evo code as an additional special prize. You're only going to be eligible to get that Evo code if you challenged me and played against me on stream for the episode, and I could use any criteria for picking out the winner. It doesn't have to be who objectively won the most games against me. It could be whoever brought in the most original or interesting deck. It could be, whoever showed off an interesting interaction. It's like, do something silly that makes an impression, and you could walk away with an Evo code for it. Alright, so for silver, we need to start with 10. Rune Carver Darkon. AKA the way I passed off making a Psychic Ascension deck in a format where you can't use rares or legendaries. Romo Roland Kagu Lichu has the Corinth sleeves, and I will get the infographic down here. Oh, nope, that stays. That stays, so I'm going to keep this. I have two important actions here. I have Trial of Totems. Conscript an Ardent Trooper, cost 4, it gets +2/+2, and you'll be able to create a random action that I meet the thresholds to play. The gimmick to this deck is that it does not have any troops in it. The only way to get troops is to create them off of an action, and we are trying to work our way basically towards finding and playing Psychic Ascension. So while it may sound busted to the new viewer that I have rares like this and I'm working my way towards Psychic Ascension, when you are not allowed to have rares or legendaries, this deck has yet to win, so I don't feel bad about it. Let's play that, and I'm going to go ahead and just play the Windborne Ascension now. Get Bucktooth Commander. Other Shinhair have +1/+1. So that's probably only ever going to be a flying 2/2 for 3. Romo got 2 resources. I have 3 resources. I'm going to do the Bucktooth Banner Bunny. The Bucktooth Commander, not Banner Bunny, wrong card. It's going to be interesting to see what the draw is. I kind of want to hold... oh, no, that's 4 charges. I can make that Runic. Alright. Do you have a trick? Alright. Again, you may use rare resources if you have them. Okay, so you did the whole scrounge thing so that I have to sacrifice this now. I see what you did there. So how about I void you so you can never hurt me again. I will hit this to make Trail of Totems Runic. And then I'm going to throw that down. So I have a 5/5 Royal Halberder. We have a Ducklet in the house. Ducklet, you are next in the queue, as nobody has spoken up between Romo and you, and we are first come, first served tonight. Well, the Bucktooth Banner, or the Bucktooth, why do I keep saying that? Cottontail Explorer is 5 for 6 for Romo. Romo not hurting for resources. Throws 2 more into the crypt. Romo will never hurt again for resources. At least not this game. Alright, what's better than 1 Trail of Totems? Finding another one. But I'm gonna get my piggy down, and it creates a Rune Bind. Root, vert, and transform target card on the chain or in play into a mysterious rune. Thanks, buddy. You're the best. Kagu grabs a Blood Ice, throws a couple Packmaker Heretics into the crypt. Put a troop from your crypt into your deck and gain some health, so way to get things back. Void target troop in your crypt to draw a card. Ooh. That combos with the Gallows Ash, because those would be troops leaving a crypt and summoning Bladebark Burster. I see Romo's combo. That's spicy. And I'm gonna Rune Bind that. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna take the resource to trigger that. Swing for 5. Play the life-draining Templar of Lumos. Alright, this time a Stone Skin, not as big a deal. Interrupt target action targeting you or a troop you control. Well, I guess it is kind of a big deal. It's a 1-cost interrupt. Have Bring to Justice and Shackling Strands. This is... I mean, there's a lot of stuff in Blood. There's a lot of stuff in Blood, so I shouldn't celebrate too early, but this could be the first time this deck wins a game. And see, as I celebrate, the Life Drain and Get Illuminate stuff card dies. Alright, time to block. I'm just going to play here. Going to bring that to justice. Alright, so you're putting cards in the crypt. Oh, well, Shackling Strands the Blightbark Burster so that it can't easily just die to deal damage, and then I'll swing in for 5. And pass the turn. I'm kind of running out of fuel, but Trail of Totems is going to create another thing that has to be killed. Again, this deck has no troops in it except what gets made off of spells. Or I suppose actions, if you want to get technical about it. Of course, block the Dreadling. Don't have to worry about Strangle in there. Alright. Fate Weave for adventure. Huh, so I could swing 2 here. Do you double block and lose your Packmaker Heretic? I'm actually going to hold the Trail of Totems because in 1 turn I'll have enough charges to make it runic. So I'm being a little bit greedy because I could just play this turn. Okay, you did not want to double block. Kagu says you get a Root of Ancients. That ability gets a little bit worse the more Dreadlings you have in your crypt. Really playing recycle here. Throw a Gallows Ash into the crypt. Tomb Swap. Oh man, this... I like the idea of this here. This is fun with crypt action. Yep, you gotta swing with the Dreadling. Alright, you have a board again, despite my best efforts to the contrary. Alright. That should get me the charge I need for another runic copy of Trail of Totems. This one has Momentum 1 and Speed. And creates Transmogrifade. Is there a link to old Shattered Destiny meta decks anymore? I don't know, because I think a lot of that was before the era of Hex PvP tools, and even then you'd have to dig really deep. You might try 5shards.com and then dig really deep in their article history. Same with Hex Primal. Go there and look pretty far back, and maybe they'll have something. I am not honestly sure, though. I've been kind of making it all up on my own as I go. Do I want to transmog that? I might swing first and see what the blocks are. I'm fine with that. Before you can combo with it. Alright, so you still got a 5/3. Alright, on deck circle is currently just Ducklet. If after Ducklet there are no challengers, then I will see who is still around from the 3 who have already played and see who wants to roll again. That is a lot of Dreadlings. Alright, only the Dreadlings are swinging. I'll block 1. What's the draw? The draw is Winter's Grasp. Winter's Grasp could void one blocker. One of those two, not one of these two. Shackling Strands, you. And now you have to block both of these. Okay, yes, I get it. Arcanum Vault. Arcanum Vault, everybody! Arcanum Vault! It starts in 30 minutes. It's free. You can win some boosters. You know what else is free? Dungeon Masters of Entrath. You fight me, you could win some stuff. Some of which could be boosters even. Alright, so that's what? Spore Skin is lethal and rebirth, that's nice. For the Time Tower, it has to be the champions of that era, and it has to be the resources of that era. So all of the cards have to be Shards of Fate or Shattered Destiny. The only exception is you can use any gems that are Immortal legal. I am working on, and I need to get my act together to finish off a few more decks for Armies of Myth and Primal Dawn, so that people can challenge those sets. Oh, look at this! I could still lose. This deck may still never see its, may still be unvictorious. I thought I was gonna do good. I'm so sad. It's 5, well, these two are locked down. That's only 4 damage a turn. Alright, Strom, you are on the list after Ducklet. Got you down. Ducklet, Strom War is the order of challengers. Alright, show me something good. Bring to justice. Alright, well, I might as well take a combo enabler off the board. Draw one last card, and that facilitates health gain too. And the last thing I want is Romo getting more health. Remember, one win is worth 3,000 gold, which will get you into a fight night or spin a couple chests on me. 2 wins in a row gets you a prize door, which we will pull up at some point when we have a winner for that. Oh, how close! Diligence, Creative Valor. Oh. Oh. Oh, that might do it. That might do it. Show me your removal. I have Stone Skin. Seek Adventure. I think I finally won one. That deck went from like 0-5 to 1-5. Woo! Yeah, I got the. It's all because I got the speedy hit there. Yeah, that deck has no troops in it by default. I have to play whatever conscript actions will give me, and then hope for the best and hope I live long enough to Psychic Ascend. And that was starting to become a questionable. I can't talk. Questionable proposition. But good game, Romo and Ducklet. The mighty Ducklet, what tower do you wish to challenge tonight? Yeah, your deck has potential there, Romo. I saw what your combo was, and it was kind of like scaring me. Like, oh crap, I need to start sniping the pieces. Let's see here, Ducklet. What tower, good sir? There's no E in sir. Alright, give Ducklet a moment to respond here. If Ducklet doesn't check back in, then we'll jump to... Then Strom will jump Duckless Place in line and be the next challenger. Okay, if we're fighting Evelyn, you need 30 seconds. Got it. So Evelyn... I'm going to put up the infographic here for folks. Evelyn is Prismatic Gold. It is Singleton, where you may use rares, but not legendaries. Ducklet, I think we're on friends list, so go ahead and shoot me a challenge when you're ready, and we'll get that show on the road. Ducklet is our third challenger of the evening. Stromwar will be number 4. And it's still early in the show. I only have about 40 minutes of uptime, but some of that was just kind of the pre-show warmer to get folks in the door. All right, Prismatic Gold. I do have the deck lists for that. And this hasn't changed in a while. So the first deck that Ducklet is going to have to face is a deck themed around randomness. I'm going to try to spam as many troops on the board as possible. And I have a lot of things in this deck that will make troops turn into random other troops. Right now I will take down the infographic banner here so folks can see what's going on. This is a snap keep because Ruinary Hierophant's in it. This says Spell Shield, and when this attacks, gain a permanent resource. Alright, and good news everyone, it's going to have Spell Shield when it hits the table. So take that, Ducklet. And I want to ramp, because I think there's some more expensive things in here. Also putting the Rhino gem in there just is a little too feel bad and hard to deal with, especially in Singleton. So I kind of didn't want to go there. But for now, just play Shard and Pass. The real action will start on turn 3. Zedek's Judgment. Have a Daybreak. So help me if that's my Hierophant. Why did it have to be that, though? Because now I don't have Spell Shield anymore. Couldn't it have been one of my Sapphires? Alright, it's all good. Never mind. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. Never didn't have it. Spell Shielded Hierophant. When this attacks, gain a temporary resource, so I could be at 5 next turn to Verdant Rift. Ducklet finds Dark of Night, so I basically know now that I have one troop that's not going to be long for this world. Alright, swing to ramp to 5. Gonna get away with it. Rip some stuff out of the deck. And create a portal. And I think just pass the turn. Well, I can't afford a Midnight Convergence anyway. And it's only a +2/+2. It's 2 different thresholds. That's going to turn into something else. Well, that's just rude. That's one way to kill a Hierophant. Massacre. Alright, so 3 plus 5 equals 8. I rip up your entire hand, and as well as mine. And we get some random shenanigans. And now we have to make do with what we found. So I got Warp Steel Widget. When another artifact enters play under your control, add a counter to it. And then you can exhaust it, turn it into another thing. I think that combos with Bolt Blast Zeppelin. When this deals damage to a champion, it gets a counter, and charge powers cost 1 less, which means that it'll be easier to start upgrading things into other random things. No! Alright, I think it was that the false confession that I lost? Tectonic Break, set 1 card. For each troop, randomly determined if it is destroyed as follows. If it has a 10% chance to not die for each point of defense it has. That is kind of a play of last resort. Alright, I'm going to go wide. Swing in for 5. And end turn. I think I'm gonna leave Jubilant Jouster alone right now. I might use my champ power. No! No! Well, now I'm real glad I didn't use my champ power. Get extinction and wipe away all my toys again. Why are you so mean, Ducklet? Alright, I'm throwing away Tectonic Break. Whatevs. Actually, you know what? I'm going to hold on using that charge power until it lives long enough for me to be in a position where I could actually attack with whatever I get. Cut until Warcaller can script 2 Underworld troops. Alright, now no resources for Ducklet, so I can do this. Oh, come on! Well, I mean, good news, it's flying. Bad news, that's still a downgrade in terms of attack. I don't know that was worth. Alright, throw on Empowered Night Sky. So the next troop in the deck is going to be a +4/+2, which thankfully isn't going to hit Whimsy Witch, because Whimsy Witch swings and reverts herself, so that would be kind of a waste. And now with Reese here, that kind of gives some value to holding onto the Warp Steel widget, because Reese would make actual... Alright, bye Whimsy Witch, we barely knew ye. Ducklet, why you break all my toys? I will play Land of Pause Sites that I can try to start getting some card draw. I'm also more than a little annoyed that Ducklet always seems to have a full hand of cards. I don't know what sorcery this is, but Ducklet always has all the cards. And it's going to continue to do so because of Exalted Pathfinder. Drawing a card. Feral Fuel Alpha. Feral, or lethal and feral, so it requires 2 troops to block it. When it swings, other troops you control get feral this turn the first time it swings. Or not feral. Does it say feral? Other troops you control get lethal and feral. Ow, that's a beating. Man, I'm in trouble here. I'm gonna get out-trooped. Pipit Pal can play additional resources. It'll draw a card. It's a 5/6. hits Witch of the Wishing Well, and I can't use its transform power. Alright, I don't know if it's right to swing, but I'm going to, and call it a day. I like how it gets the thresholds of the thing that made it. So, Cottontail Bruiser's a 4-1. Arcanum Vault, everybody! Just in case you forgot, Arcanum Vault! That's a lot of troops. And that can make them all swing and get feral. Boy, this really doesn't help at all, but Fate Weave for non-resource, at least I'm drawing that. I'll take it. I'll take it. Everything has Spell Shield now. Because our witch turns into Gargalith. Would you like to activate this power? Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to get rid of that dumb widget. If one of your cards random robot set. That's a robot in Ruby? Dwarf robot. Okay, that's... It's like, why is it in Ruby? So he plays the negative power Cottontail Explorer that immediately dies, but still fishes for cards. And now I have to be careful because of the potential fatal swing. With everything having feral. Alright, how do I kill you? I think step one is to Pipit Hustler this, so you don't get to have that everything gets feral swing. And now I swing for 3. And I pass the turn. Ooh, I have a Zip Zapper. I don't know that I even have anything that's escalation in the deck, but you never know. Plus it's a flyer. Zedek's Judgment. Alright, you can have a random opposing troop. And you know what, I'm gonna let you have a card too. Even though it may have been correct just to get rid of a junky troop like this. Primordial Cockatrice, huh? And then I'm gonna play that because otherwise I'd have to discard it. You can't catch me, Ducklet. Alright, so Runic Might, because I drew the resource, and I'm going to swing with the 2 flyers. And I'm going to hold the resource to bluff that I have something else. Oh no, no, I could have transformed to something. I keep forgetting what about Pipit Pal. I could have turned this into something better. And Ducklet already has used Extinction. This is Singleton, so I don't have to worry about another one of those. Unless he had some way to fish it back into his deck. So you swing 4, 8. Why those? Why this one and not all of the others? Nine, 10, 11, 12. That puts me down to 10. Which could... you could have a way to end me. If this hits. Like a smash to the ground or something could be in there. I'm gonna throw a sacrificial lamb in front of Neo. And see what... try to find out what the game is here. Mistress of Bones, grab a dwarf, grab a shin hair, grab a venom. That's why you swung with that. Alright. Oh, see ya, Pipit Hustler. You did your best. I still have lethal. No, I don't. That's a blocker. Let's upgrade Zip Zap. Primordial Silverback. Okay, that's not bad. Man, that single-handedly could kill either of these, so now I don't really have the power to swing over. You don't have the easy lethal out of that. Maybe I shouldn't have swung in. You have to soak up a fair amount of this. That can make a lot of dreadlings. I might get chipped over here. No, you block with the thing that makes dreadlings. I'm totally okay with that. 3, 6, okay, all of those die. I get Cage. Everything gets a... Reese gives me Cage. Everything has a boon. I now have a 7/7 Raging Spell Shielder. Man, Gargolith, you were the MVP hit. I should be dead, but I'm not. And now Ducklet has vampires. Ducklet, just let me kill you. Just let me kill you. Please. Yeah, I'm gonna make that trade because Cage was free, and they're all gonna keep the boon. All right, now I have a reason to play those resources. Merry Caravan gives me a 1-drop, but I say no, no Sentry of Nulzon. You're gonna grow up into another Gargolith. My spell shield has spell shield. Okay, that's a 5. Man, I can't... What the heck are we gonna do here? Am I playing the wait for Ducklet to deck himself out game? Because that's a 5/7. I don't want to swing in with that because then that gets taken out. I don't have a good swing here. I get a Chimera bot. So right now the game plan is to basically Reese something into play and then Pipit Pal and make it better. Yeah, I mill him more like he mills himself trying to figure out how to kill me. Still counts, right? 10/10 Infamous Neo. Do I twofer? Neo's just gonna keep getting bigger. You know what? No, I'm just gonna chump it. Kills his own thing to make a chaos touched. Now that would get +3 attack and unblockable, right? So I have to let you bury 3. Oh, I lost my polymorphic army, but maybe I don't want polymorphic army when I already have access to 2 things that are going to do spell shield. And there's the one Chimera bot that was actually in my deck. Grow into a Siegesaur. And pass the turn. I am so terribly confused right now. Shambling Junker. 5/5 off of probably like Dreadlings and stuff in the crypt. A few artifacts we both have made. It's both each artifact in my crypt. Okay, so it's all the artifact crap that I've ended up making. That makes the Shambling Junker a 5/5. Duckle it down to 10 cards. Oh no, what are you stealing from me? You're stealing Cage. Oh no. All of that stuff's gonna get a boon. This deal keeps getting worse all the time. Lethal. You have Feral. At what point does Ducklet swing and make me figure it out? Lethal, Life Drain, and Flight. That is why you are swinging. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm really tired of you. Now, if I can find some resources, I can get a few more troops on the board from Merry Caravan here. Alright, there's a resource. Oh, I only get a troop. Alright. Fine. So I thought it was multiples. I forgot what the card is. Darmak! When you play a non-resource card, create a random non-resource card that does not share shard with that and put it into your hand. Is that even going to be any good? Since it could create stuff I can't even play. Oh good, a Dreadling. Thanks, Reese. The only reason I'm not already dead is Reese constantly giving me more troops and the fact that I managed to create 2 Gargoliths from Pipit Pal. Like, I'm just constantly rolling dice here to try to not get killed. Ducklet has 9 cards left in the deck. I'm just worried. I'm worried about the alpha swing here. That's a 6/7. Rage 1 Flight. Alright, well, I'll block with Darmak because I can. Oh, I should have blocked Van Princess. Derp. That's lethal, but still has the lethal. Okay, so you bring that back, and now you get more stuff back even, and another boon. Oh my god, you have Swift Strike and Rage. Where's my... Can I randomly create a milk card, please? Can I randomly make a milk card? Palm of Granite. Give me a troop. Give me another troop. Give me a whole bunch more troops. And let's make Darmok 8/8 to be able to counter the, yeah, it gives me crap I can't even play. Alright, so I'll swing in with the Fearsome Dreadling. This actually is going to give Ducklet more health because he can block with like the Vampire Queen or anything else, and or the Cottontail Warcaller and gain 4. I'm missing my polymorphic army. I could just turn everything into like 10 costs or into 14 costs, that which does not exist, and swing in with a bunch of 14/14s. Oh, yeah, totally. He's cheesing me hard. Just put all of the life drain stuff in front of that super kill a Dreadling. Oh, and yep, that died, so you took a card from me. We live in a sad world where Repple Popper's not a good card right now, because there's no way it's getting through that. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's try this again. Do you have a combat trick or a way to bring back that yet again? You're just popping stuff for eggs right now? Ooh, Lady Violet Blightbark. That I can't play! Oh, wait, no. That came off of Darmok. You created Sensei of the Wounded Pendle. Gain 1 health for each troop you control. Okay. Turn the Eager Lackey into something bigger. No! Come on! Why do you have to be like this game? It turned my Darmok into... It turned that into another Darmok, so now I lost the best one. Now I get a Siege Engine Gemini as an 11 drop. I might be able to mill him. Or he could go all in on spiders and manage to take me out with a huge army of spiders. That almost feels like the plan, is everything that's not a flyer. Alright, so you're throwing a lethal. That might not have been the one to throw in front of it. You sacrifice a spider. 1 egg. Magus isn't terribly relevant here. Yeah, so you're determined to just create shards. I know it has to be different shards, but, you know, make something I could use. Maybe. Alright, so I literally turned 1 3/3 into another 3/3. You have 3, 4... Your spider is a flyer. I only have 2. Yeah, if I swing with Darmok... 1, 2... Well... This is... Yeah, forget it. I'm swinging with those two. Yeah, we got Stromwar on deck still. Stromwar has been patiently waiting for this epic battle between Ducklet and I. And by epic, I mean neither one of us has been able to kill the other. Ducklet down to 20. Crush, Spell Shield. It has the Rhino Gem in it. Just nasty. I don't think I'm going to be able to, like, randomly create anything that, Here. I'll trade you that for that. Alright, who goes crazy first? I like that I have enough resources now. I can basically ascend 2 things a turn. So we can turn our 2-5, or our 0-5 into a... If only that did the battle thing when it transformed, but it doesn't. So that's a 7-7. Skyguard, Spell Shield, Swift Strike. Is a 3-6, you're okay. Let's transform a Prophet. Oh! It transformed into a Woken Drokatar with Spell Shield. All the other troops got +5/+5. Oh my god, that was hysterical. All you gotta do is keep flipping that random coin often enough and something crazy is gonna happen for you. Oh, that needs to be highlighted. Yeah, let me see. That's an hour and 11. Let's go 1 hour. And let's just say 1 hour 8 min, so I can get a little setup to that. RNGesus. All hail RNGesus. Dungeon Master's 3-0, but got a little help from Kismet on that one. Stromore, remind me what tower you wish to fight out of the 5. Here's the towers again as a reference. And I'm going to whisper off to you. AIR TRON, Airtron. Alright, you are the time tower. Got it then. Challenge when ready. Alright, and after Airtron's run here, we will give away our first Evo code of the night. So that'll be after this challenge. And that's probably when I'll take my first short break to refresh my water too. I can't stream super late tonight because my car has been losing oil like crazy, and I think I might have some kind of an engine problem. So I have to get my butt to the dealership and be there at 7 a.m. tomorrow to have it looked at. So I'm super excited to be sinking more money into car repairs, but that's the nature of the beast. So I can't, I'm going to be a little conservative on what I cut off the stream tonight. We're going to go at least another hour, but I just can't afford to stay up late because I need to, sleep and then be out the door early. So we are doing time. Time starts with robots. Good old school robots. Oh, no, that can stay. And man, so far it's hard to say who I would declare the winner of the stream. We had a combo. Romo showed off a combo deck. Ducklet made me flip the random button forever until I was finally able to win. That was some good stuff. That's the kind of random shenanigans, folks, you can only see on Dungeon Masters of Entrath. And that's why we exist. Because if you're bored of seeing the same meta decks on a ladder, watching people try hard and competitive, and you just need to lay back and see some really dumb crap, I'm here for you. I'm here for you every Tuesday night. One more hit from a full-on brawl. Yeah, I stopped paying attention too much when the Wild got eliminated. But my parent, plus I don't have cable access to watch the games, but my parents have been continuing to watch hockey, and they're cheering for Nashville because they want Calgary. I think it's Calgary, or no, it's Winnipeg. They want Winnipeg to go down in flames for beating us. But yeah, I've seen some of them hockey brawls. You want to give things speed, do you? I think I'm going to just do this and say no. And pass the turn. So Airtron is running Polka the Conflagrator. 4 charges. Summon a Blaze Elemental. Now, yeah, see, that would have been a little bit annoying if all those had speed. You know, I really want to get the Rocket Ranger out, but I feel like I need to hit my note button again. And now I have enough artifacts out that the Electroids can swing. Two pieces of removal and some uncommons. Ooh, Storm Cloud. When you gain a charge, add a storm counter to that, and then you can remove all the storm counters. And get the little bodies. Ooh. With different effects. Go, go, Rocket Ranger. Go, go, Rocket Ranger. You mighty morphin' Rocket Ranger. And there, that's your weekly edition of throwing sings you the cards. I don't know what... I need to do some work on this silver plant, but hey... So every stoppage of play is someone getting in someone's face. That's the one thing that drives me nuts about hockey. I hate, like, the chippiness and the fighting. Find me 5 teenage dwarves with attitude. Yes. So those... so it's not all hawks are tied to a falconer. It's just the ones summoned. Ooh. I think given your health total, I have to go in with the ranger. You can choose to double block here if you want to kill that, and then chumps. Otherwise, someone is going to be spitting teeth out by the time it's over. I hope they all have good dental insurance. That should be part of the NHL hockey player plan, right? Ooh, Airtron takes a risk and goes down to 3. So if I find another crackling bolt, it's game over. Gore Feast. Uh-oh. So there's going to be 2 combat phases, and everything has rage. So you swing once. You would think dental care would be part of the signing bonus. Why'd you go to Team A over Team B? Because they had dental care. Took $1 million less to make sure I'd have teeth. Alright, so I can't stop flyers, so am I just cooked now? Five, 10, 11. Oh, that's exactly lethal. Wow. Airtron got me. Airtron is the first person, Airtron aka Stromwar, first person to win a game tonight. Math! Well, that is, and I went to school for English. English people like me, we tend to stay away from math. So that's 1 down, 2 to go. I am ready for round 2. I forget, it's been a while since robots fell. I think the next one might be Blood Diamond, but I am not sure. We shall find out when the challenge comes in. It is Blood Diamond. You're the opposite. You're great at math but terrible at languages. And you don't need to feel bad about that at all, because I feel like that seems to be the case for a lot of people, where if you're... And I'm sure there's people who can be good at both, but I've seen it a lot of times. If you're really good at languages, you're garbage at math. And if you're really great at math, you can be garbage at some of the humanities. It's like they're different. They almost, from the people I've met at least, they kind of feel like almost mutually exclusive areas of expertise. You can have one or the other, but not both. Half people are right brain, half are left brain. Yep, I am the right brain camp. Gotta be to run a game show like this and make over 60 different decks and have people fight you. Closest I get to... Well, no, I don't know that'd be right. I was gonna say closest I get to left brain is running a talk show, but I have to be pretty analytical for my job too, because I'm dealing with car accidents and investigating what happened and trying to determine liability and stuff, and that requires a lot of critical thinking. Alright, so I'm sad that I have 3 repels and I don't have a diamond to play Spearcliff Cloud Knight. I mean, if you go for your point of damage, I could wipe you out, so Death Cries don't give you cards. You're going to Buccaneer nothing. Alright, that might be wasteful, but let's not spread that Inspire out. If someone put a gun to your head and told you to do advanced algebra or they'd fire, you'd tell them to pull the trigger and get it over with. It's a cold, hard mistress. I had to sweat blood to get a C+ in pre-calc in high school, and then when I went to college, I took the most basic remedial math I could do to get that GE credit out of the way, and then I never touched that again. I did sociology research. I did some really in-depth lit and sociology stuff, but nothing that was a deep dive in the math. But languages have always come easy to me. I probably could have been a linguist if I applied myself to it. I don't have any issues with English. I have gotten rusty at it through lack of people to practice with, but I picked up Japanese pretty easily. Like, people say that's one of the hardest languages to learn. I really disagree. I think learning the writing system and the kanji in particular is a pain in the butt for Japanese, but otherwise Japanese is really easy because the grammar is incredibly consistent. It doesn't change much, so you can pretty much just listen to it, and you kind of can guess where the words are, and it's an easy language to pick up your vocabulary on too. And Airtron just keeps bouncing my things to hand. I'm gonna call you Ziz or Synchro. Is this S1 only format? Yeah, the Time Tower, which is just one of your 5 options, is Shards of Fate and Shattered Destiny only, so the first 2 sets. I am working on expanding the Time Tower out, first with Armies of Myth and Primal Dawn decks, so you can choose to run decks that are only those 2 sets. And once I have that done, then I will do next 2, I believe it'd be Hero Fall and Scars of War, and I'm going to keep working my way up the timeline so that when you challenge the Time Tower, you're going to be locked into a 2-set period, but my goal is to get it to the point where I have enough decks built that you can pick any 2-set period. But for now, I only have set 1 and 2 completed. No fun allowed, Kappa. Come on. Alright, no more of that. Curse of Oblivion. No more crackling bolts. Unfortunately, you still get to keep the first one. And I'm still dead. 3, 4, 5, 7, and that's not lethal, but it's lethal. I think if I mathed, yeah, I'm on 1. So I'm still dead because I can repel 1 and block another, and 1 gets through. So Airtron, aka Stromwar in chat here, is going to be the first person tonight not only to win 1 game, but the first person to win 2. And so after this run, we're gonna have to I'm gonna have to open up the prize doors, and we'll have to see what Airtron wins. But first, 1 fight. 1 prize door is now guaranteed, but going for a second. You got it. But can you get 2? Can you get 2? So we just gotta wait for the challenge to come in, and then we will start this up. And again, once this game is over, first thing we're gonna do is, I didn't decline that. I never even saw a challenge come in. Okay, here we go. As soon as this run is done, first we will open up the prize doors, and then we will do an Evo Code giveaway, and then I'm going to take a short couple-minute break to grab some water and stuff. What's the last deck here? 5. Seriously, I didn't name these? I'm so lazy. I thought I went back and renamed all those decks. Yeah, there's nobody in the queue right now. It's first come, first serve. You know, people who've not had any challenges tonight get priority over repeats. So you would be up. Just remind me your in-game name. Alright, I'm going to keep this, although it's because I've got some boss tech in here. But this is a little bit dangerous against a deck that likes to go fast and bounce fast stuff. Doji McDogeface. This costs 2 to cycle out. Yep. Alright, so I'm gonna have to hope the boss legendary cards here can help me hold off. But I could just throw them down into play and go, oh yeah, look at my big stuff, and then they get bounced like last time. Alright, where Ophelia rips something out of the deck, and I will have a turn 3 Wrathwood Mastermoss. You want a link to the tower rules? Yeah, I will get that for you real quick. Boom. Got that thread saved to my favorites so that I can grab that real quick and easy whenever. Alright, Lord Alex is out to give things speed. And I have to take 1. Alright. Now let's watch as Wrathwood Mastermoss hits the table, but never does anything. So after all my stuff got bounced, I had to message over, can I keep this one? And they all have speed. They all have speed. Alright, that's 4. This doesn't have Crush. Crackling Sprout does give something Crush. Jadam! Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and use that now. Hold the line. I'm not sure when to swing here. This deck's mono wild, so see, now swinging it would have been right because of course things get bounced. Yeah, Janim's never gonna see play. Alright. Optimal block and stopping speed from future stuff, but down to 10. I really can't justify swinging in with the moss here. I'd probably just take it, and then I'm without a blocker. And now this is going to be Gore Feast, and I cry. Yep. Wow. Aggro. I mean, if I'm not killed on the first volley, nope, I'm not killed on the first volley, but it's all good. It's all good. Boom, and I mean, there's your optimal blocks. I'm still taking 6. Only needed to hold off 2, and Airtron, aka Strom, has cleared a floor of the Time Tower and is only the 3rd person to have done that. Alright, oops, I don't want to pull up the mail. I need to, because I wrote you down by Twitch, I need to write down your in-game name. A-I-R-T-R-O-N. Alright, GG's. So let's, first of all, now we have some post-run housekeeping we have to do. Namely that info numbers. Time Tower is the last one. We need to update that before I forget to show that that has been cleared. All right, the numbers are a little wonky, but you can see that it's in there. All right, so now I'm going to take this down. I need to move my chat over. No, I think the mono wild one can be pretty nuts, but you aggroed it out because the mono wild one probably has the most legendaries in it of those decks. And that one has given some people some righteous headaches, but you got in on it, under it. So give me just a second. I forgot to open up the prize doors here, so I got to grab that. So your doors. Here's the current set. Okay, and now I need to get over to monitor view. And hope that my monitor shows up in a second. There we go. Alright, so here are our prize doors. Eraser. Let me just get my magic eraser set up here. And now Strom, because you went 3-0 on me and you got a full clear, you get to pick 2 doors. So 2 numbers of what's available. Lowest number is 2, highest number is 20. And so pick 2 numbers and you will get what is behind them. There's no significance to what the image is. I just picked different things that were fun. So different doors because they're obviously doors. And then I got bored of doing image searches on doors. So then I decided to look for portals. So I did portals. I had like a Stargate as one. But yeah, there's no significance to what the image is. It's just an image basically to block off, guard what the prize is. And so you pick 2 and we will reveal your loot. Give me 19 and 9. Alright, we're going for the portal, the Valve portal, and the Rick and Morty portal. So the Valve portal first. Let's erase this. Behind door number 19, you have a playset of Enthralling Gaze, which is a PvE card. I think that was one of the Kismet packs. 4X Enthralling Gaze. Alright, so that's 1. And behind door number 9, I think most of my donated stuff lives over here. Behind door number 9, you have 2 cards. You have a Shred of Gloon, or I think that's supposed to be Gloon, and I mistyped it, and a Fangstorm. And those were donated by Pandemica. Shred of Gloon and Fangstorm. So 4 Enthralling Gaze, a Shred of Gloom, and a Fangstorm. Yours for free for taking it to me in the dungeon. And you're also going to get your name on the leaderboard. And so that stuff will be sent out after the stream. Let's get back over to Hex Streams. Free swag for throwing down against me. Alright, and now I need to get my chat over here, because now we are going to get into the spam portion of the evening. Like I said, Twitch giveaways is broken, so I cannot randomly roll for people. So what I have to do is, the way I've decided to do this, to try to keep it random on who gets to win a draft code, is I just went to random.org and I put in, pick a random number between 1 and 100. And so starting right now, the first person to correctly guess the number between 1 and 100 that random.org threw out is going to get an Evo code. So ready, set, go. Numbers between 1 and 100. When I see somebody says the number, I will say stop. And yeah, so I will say stop when we get there. I have not seen it yet. You can, lightning round, you can keep going. I'm not going to limit it. So you fire off your guesses. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, this is making my eyes hurt. This is a challenge. Some people have gotten so close, but not hit it yet. Not seen it yet. No. It's funny, I've seen the wrong number get guessed like 4 times and not the right one yet. Stop! Stop! Stop. We have a winner. The number is... I need to scroll up to verify who had it first, but stop guessing. We have a winner. Oh god, now I have to roll back. Now I have to go through chat again. Hex, the answer is 53. Oh, that pulls up chat. The correct answer is 53, and I see Hex Ducklet said it, and now I'm trying to scroll back just to quickly make sure nobody said it before Ducklet. Because the first one I saw that said it was Ducklet. So now I'm doing a quick quality assurance. I don't... Because there was like 57, there was like 52 a bunch of times. Yeah, the first one I see was Ducklet. Yeah, you were one off. That's why I said so many people... You said it before him on your screen. Let me... Wicked... Oh, I see what you're talking about. Because you two threw down 53, like, literally back-to-back in chat. Can I, if I do internet browser, again, will this show? So here you can see on mine, Hex Ducklet 53, and then you had 53, like, right after. And that's how I do it. So yeah, you two had it at, like, the same time. So I'm like, oh, Greg, I got it. That might not be the most elegant way to do this. It was the first idea that popped into my mind as a way that, you know, would be random, so I'm not, like, trying to favor anybody. But, man, that's hard to follow that. It's hard to follow chat when it's going that fast to everybody guessing numbers. But let me grab this Evo code real quick. Tend to the business of getting this out to Ducklet. That ends in that number. And I gotta log you here. My biggest fear is that... I gotta be careful too. My biggest fear is that I'm gonna accidentally put my spreadsheet of codes up on the screen and then like start a free-for-all of code sniping. Yeah, so we are gonna do one more Evo code giveaway tonight. I might need to try to quick think up on my break here a more elegant way to figure out who gets it. And no, I think somebody had wanted to... It's going to be so buried in chat, you're going to have to remind me. Somebody had wanted to challenge the dungeon as well after Strawmore, who hadn't yet. And now I'm forgetting who it was because it's way too far back in chat. So if you wanted to challenge the dungeon, you've not yet? Yes, thank you. It was you. And you're... This part I remember. You're Doji McDogeface, right? Yep. Alright, so... What I'm going to do here is I got to take a short... Like I said, I got to take a short break to make a bathroom run, grab some water. And then we'll start a run when I'm back. Just let me know which tower you want to fight too, because I don't remember that. And then we will carry on with the shenanigans. So give me a couple minutes. I will be right back. Alright, I am back. I'm going to get things repositioned here. So give me just a minute for that. Nice to see a few other people streaming Hex and running Corinth. If you guys have had any Corinth versus Corinth shenanigans, let me know how that's been going for you. I have my sleeve in that mode of one more than I have lost, which is always nice. Alright, Doge said gold. Dogey, Mick, Doge face. Challenge when ready. Also a reminder that for a while I am only going to be doing one episode of Dungeon Masters of Entrath a week, which is my ongoing Tuesday episodes on the main channel. Now that we're into the half of the year where weather is nice in Minnesota, I don't feel like spending 3 evenings in a row in front of a computer streaming Hex, or heck, talking about Hex, even though I love the game to death. Kind of want a night where I can, put my feet up a little bit, sit outside, read a book if I want, go for a walk if I want, or just watch a movie or chill. And I could, you may very well see me streaming Hex on my personal channel on a Wednesday night, if that's what the spirit moves me to do. But I'm not, for at least most of the summer, I'm not committing myself to 2 episodes a week of Dungeon Masters of Entrath, because I'd like to play a little bit more limited. I'd like to do some. I'd like to try to. I failed to hit Cosmic last season. So I'd like to try to put a little more time into that. So I'm going to be taking a little more time for me, while at the same time also trying to find different ways to continue to do Hex stuff. Because Hex recently said they love me in the form of a Google spreadsheet, and so I feel compelled to continue to do more cool stuff for everybody. Right. We're doing orcs. Orcs are first for gold. You can date a dark elf. You show me a dark elf that wants to date me, and I would totally date a dark elf. I am non-discriminatory towards elves. So Doge is running Uzu. I can't keep a one-shard hand. Who doesn't love Thrawn? Ladies mostly, but the dudes love me. That came out weird. Forget I said that. All right, so I need a ruby, but otherwise this is okay. This is Rage 1, can't be blocked by troops with attack less than this troop's attack. Throat Cutter gives Orcs Rage 1, that'll help that out even faster. And this can't be blocked by troops with attack less than 5, so I want to swing in real hard. Nero, you'll never forget, Kappa. Alright, I'm still going to just go with the double blood. I was thinking about Ruby and Quash Ridge, but I think I want to try swinging through there. Make a siege in the form of that deck, and make in the form of which deck for each tower? Or are you talking about the Tower Lords? Yeah, the season cap off idea that I'm working with so far, that I haven't built any of the decks for, because the community's not even close to having cleared enough floors. Is that there's going to be a lot of boss decks, and the Tower Lords will be among the boss decks. But they're going to be sort of like puzzles, much more in the style of Dinotropia's 4 Keeps, where not only do you have to win, but you have to win the deck in a specific manner. And I'm going to post in advance all of the different decks and the rules of and the win cons to be able to beat that, so that people have time to kind of figure out which bosses they want to aim for and try to kill. Because it's gonna be pretty insane. Now this is exhausted troops get swift strike. All right, go orcs. 3 yeah. Go swift strike route. Get rid of your chanter. Orc aggro! But the nice thing about the tower concept here and doing sieges versus some of the old dungeon maps is I can just keep adding new decks into the rotation. And if I want to make floors strictly, you know, newer decks from most recent sets, I can. So it doesn't really matter how long it takes people to clear the floors. I can keep making new decks to stay relevant to new sets. I would like to rage. I think Doge is going Constance and Chance. But that's going to have a hard time fighting aggro. This can take out the Quash Ridge and will. Throat Cutter was such a good card from the day, but it required tribal synergy. And I don't know how much tribal synergy was cool back in set 1. I think they pushed that a little bit more starting Armies of Myth, which is after these guys were out of limited. Ooh, 4/4 Swift Strike Flyer. That's pretty good. I think I hold here, and I Runic Rampage to give everybody another point in Gladiator, and then swing for the hills next turn. So I'd make this a 6. I think this is a solo kill here. So this is Rage 2. That's 6, 7. That'd be 8. Okay, so not quite. Oh, but then I have dirt. Everybody gets Gladiator 1. Everybody gets Gladiator 1. You can't be blocked by anything with attack less than 9. So a cheap shot would kill this. There's an answer. And then that could block one of those. But Doge, the orc aggro, too much. GG's though. That didn't see that coming. Didn't see. Oh, you didn't see the socketed power that couldn't be blocked by thing. Yeah, that's, you got to have something like that if you're going to play a 5/1 that costs 4. It's how am I going to get that through and actually get to use it? And the answer is to find a way to make it evasive. Orc face is the place. Smash. So we've had 5 challengers so far tonight. Raptos, Romos, Ducklet, Airtron, and Doji McDogeface. Those are our 5 combatants. Is there anybody in chat who has not had the opportunity to challenge the dungeon at all and wishes to fight one of the 5 towers? And I should put these the towers up again so you see the different rule sets. Stop saying Romos. How should I be saying it? Romos with a Z. You're in an Evo. Yeah, because There's no way I have enough time to let all 5 people have a second run, which is why I'm trying to fish for if we have any new competitors. I'll just say Roma. Okay. We'll do that. It's easy enough. Just cut a letter. Do we still have Stigma Buster in channel, who is our first person to compete for the night? I think you're still here. If so, I think I'd start from the top of the list again. So, yeah, if you want another run, since we haven't had anybody speak up in chat yet as a new competitor for the night, let me know if you want another run, and if so, which tower you would like to face. And we shall do a rematch. We're going to go to the time tower again. All right, let's roll, baby. Alright, I want to live in a world where the friends list sorts people who are online to the top. Oh, you know, I should have shuffled these. I forgot, I'm supposed to shuffle the deck after somebody wins. So we'll give this to Raptos as is. Steal it so we can claim it as our own. Yeah, if Raptos wins, I'm gonna re-roll what the other 2 encounters should be, so that it's not entirely the same thing all over again. Alright, so I went from one thing I didn't really like to another thing I don't really like to I'm just going to keep this. I think I have 7. I'm just going to roll a number between 1 and 7. And get 7, and I can't have 7 twice. I don't want 5 twice. Alright, so 1, 7, 3. Mix up the other. Mix up the other ones. Not nearly as hard. It is what you faced. That is the nature of the beast. I'm hoping this time I don't have to hide behind Volcanon again. Alright, so I think Raptos is running a different champion this time. And, okay, that's blood, so it looks like in different shards, too. I was going to wonder if it was just the same deck, but decided to tweak it with a different champion, but this is a different thing. So Ragefire currently not playable, need another ruby. And Raptor still has 1 resource. It's going to deal 1, gain 1. It's pretty decent for 2. Alright, I think... Oh, here. I can do that to ramp up. Get out a thing. And now next turn I have a worker bot that I can turn into a war bot. A 3/3. And then I may actually have a little bit of offense here. Yeah, I was afraid of Paladin here. So Paladin, when you gain health, each opposing champion loses 1 health, which combos off of that. And I'm sure there's plenty of other things here too. Excellent. Romo. Alright, so I can't swing in here because all that's going to happen is that Raptus would gain and I would lose. So I'm just going to hold the line. Need resources. I forget how you got this one. I mean, it was set 2, so it probably has to be related to chests somehow. Corrupt Harvester can only be blocked by artifacts or blood troops, so I have my ways. Was from a chest. Yeah, so it was from within the chest, or it was spins. I'm guessing within a chest. I probably just want to trade so that can't keep doing its thing over and over and over again. So I'm just getting chipped to death here. 32 to 12, our health score. I'm going to go ahead and bury Tectonic Mega Hulk and not feel bad about it because I'm going to be dead before it matters. From Wheel of Fate. I still have a fair amount of those chests in my inventory that I've just never spun. That I probably need to do sometime. I've just never wanted to use the gold for some of that really old stuff. Okay, really? Really, game? This is what we're doing right now? I should have just kept that first hand and dealt with it, but I didn't like it. Now I don't like 2 resources in the top 11 cards of a deck. Sorry, I'm getting attacked by the yawns. Like I said, I can't run the stream super long tonight because I get to wake up super early and figure out how much car repair is going to cost me. Yay! Alright, so I need to Rage Fire your face. And then the second Rage Fire will be strong enough to kill that. And then hopefully maybe I have a chance at life. Otherwise I got mostly wrecked by a single card. Double diamond, does that change what we're going to see now? Well, let's you do that again. So 6. This is probably 5-4. Okay. That still only counts as 1 ding. So 4, that puts me down to 3. 31 to 3. No! Oh no, that puts it outside of that gets it outside of Rage Fire range. That's what that does, and Rage Fire is basic. Yeah, I think I'm dead now. I think I'm dead now. I'm just gonna go 4 to the face to make the next Rage Fire if I'm lucky enough to find one big enough. Soothing Breeze, gain 7. Yep, now I'm dead. I think. Not really, but really. Because you gain health, I take another point again. So if that's not killed, yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, Raptos got off a lot easier on this one than you did, Strom. The robots just felt bad from... They felt bad from getting beat up the first time, and they didn't want to play anymore, so they just kind of phoned it in. Because they're like, hey, weren't you supposed to rotate us out? We just got our butts kicked. Okay. So that's one down, and I need to make sure I do have a 7th deck out of those sets. Or I'm going to need to roll numbers again. Okay, seriously, how am I not seeing this? Raptos, here, online. Challenge. Immortal. Time, I do have 7. I remembered correctly. Alright, so Raptos now going to walk away with a minimum 3,000 gold, is looking for some more. What's a prize door of his own? So I have 2 resources and a lot of stuff that costs 4. I don't remember this deck very well. Incantation of Ascendance is great. When you draw a card, add something to this. You have enough to transform them all into Lightning Armadas. I don't think I like that everything costs 4. This is basically the same thing, but hey, I got to peek in it to try to find a card. I have a Buccaneer. I have some stuff. Archmage Renlock, when you play an action, draw a card. He's unique, so I can only have one of them. He's also one of my boss cards, being legendary. I have access to that. Challengers do not. So we have round 2 here, and ooh, I find Scheme. That is something you can do. Choose an action in your deck, create 4 copies with that card's name, put them into your deck. I could potentially go peak crazy. Let's see what the draw is. The draw is a Buccaneer. Alright, I want to peek and hope I see a resource. Well, I definitely see a resource. So now that means I may, depending on how aggressive Raptos' board is, and that didn't play like a very fast aggressive deck over there. I kind of wanted to combo on health effects. I might take that and fish for more cards. Or... because I kind of want to save that for an Incantation of Ascendance. I'm going to go ahead and bounce a bug. See if I can't create a bit of an offensive attack headache. This deck is Mono Sapphire. What's up? B. Warner, we have Raptos on his second run of the evening due to lack of new challengers, but we had 5 people play so far. Airtron, aka Stromwar in chat here, was just the 3rd person to clear a floor of the time tower. You guys are catching us in our last hour here. We're in the tail end of things, but you also missed what I'm going to be making a replay of, and that was a very long-winded game of prismatic gold action, you know, singleton, me versus Ducklet, where neither one of us was really able to kill each other, and I ended up winning by using Pipit Pal to turn a troop into a Woken Drokatar and making all of my troops +5/+5 stronger. But that game was just silly because it went on forever. Was it as epic as our battle? I'm not sure how I would rate that. It was great. But it was also a long epic standoff where like neither one of us was able to kill each other, and I was basically flipping coins and praying to Kismet to get something that would break the balance, and then I got the thing that would break the balance in the most hilariously overpowered way imaginable. So I gotta it was definitely different than ours, but yeah, I have to make a highlight of that tonight before I forget. I wrote down the rough timestamp of where it happens. That was just too good. That might be a plays the week thing for Top Deck Radio next week if nobody submits anything. We haven't yet had people submit like their own Twitch highlights or any clips or anything, because we want to show off other people besides ourselves on Top Deck Radio. I mean, since Manifesto and I both are on the official channel twice a week, or you know, that'll be true for him effective next Friday. You know, we get enough FaceTime. We want to try to give other people some moments of glory too. All right, I'm gonna throw out Ancestors Chosen to start putting fly babies in the deck that will draw cards, and throw Mosquito in the deck, back in the hand. Could that clip with Lethal Gorfeast, and yeah, I'll have to. I didn't write down the timestamp on that one. I'm gonna have to dig a little bit more for it, but I know the moment you're talking about. Math is fun, kids. Yeah. I hear secondhand it was work reasons or something that caused him to step back from it. Which is the same reason, you know, same reason Function stepped down, because when you're trying to run a small business by yourself and you're racking up crazy hours, obviously your bread and butter comes first. Alright, so I should be paying more attention to the fact that I'm only at 11 health right now. Alright, so if I was to scheme, what scheme would I scheme? I get to make counters, Oracle Songs, Peak, or Zodiac Divination. I'll take more Oracle Songs. And then I will Oracle Song. And I will draw a card. And now I have a 14/14 Lightning Armada, and I don't feel so sad. Alright, deal combat damage. I'll show this card is a deep cut old card, so I'll pull this up. Lightning Armada is a manifestation. How many times have you seen that troop type? This has +2/+2 for each card in your hand. And so 6 cards, that should be just 12, I would think. I guess it has a base value. I think you're still next in line because nobody else has said that they wanted to fight. With the disclaimer that if somebody speaks up and says that they want to fight and they haven't had any run yet, then they would supersede you and you probably want to go to bed. Because it is a 9:15, so I do honestly, looking at my clock, I have time for one more challenger. Let's throw you away. You know what? I Oracle Song myself. Yeah, singleton games usually aren't that quick. No! No, Repel kills my Lightning Armada. And that was my only flying troop too, so now I'm open to getting smacked around again. Raptors refuses to die. Yeah, I had counter magics and I didn't value those well enough. Alright. Archmage Redlock, when you play an action, draw a card. Alright, summon a Peak. That lets me draw a card. I want an Ancestral Spectre. Because it's a flyer. And I can play it. And I'll draw another card. So I can try to fight that. Do I want to swing in with these three? That'll kill. That, yeah, I'm not going to swing in with those. Not enough damage to be worth. And every pawn gains health. So that just makes the Righteous Paladin more annoying. And we grabbed an Eldritch Dreamer, which is unblockable. And when it deals damage to a champion, draw a card. Alright, that's also problematic, because this deck doesn't have a way to block that as well. So I'll take out one of those. And grab another Spectre. Oh, I missed my Lightning Armada. Eldritch Dreamer. Scheme. You know what? I want peaks. I want to pick I want to try to find the exact thing I need in here. Am I just screwed though because I need to find a non-existent way to get rid of that? Raptor says 39 health. Just gonna steal a point that way. All right, yeah, B Warner. If you're getting a deck together, then I would say you're going to be the final challenger of the night. And Romo, if you want to go to bed, I'm not offended. Appreciate you hanging out as always. And all right, here's a Spectre. Redlock is unique. I have to Zodiac Divination for a bunch of cards. Play a Spectre. I don't have an answer. I have no answer for that guy. So I'm just dead. Raptors can take all of this and shrug. Well, this deck has proven very good at drawing cards, but that's about it. Raptos is going to get a prize door. And Raptos looking to be the second person tonight to clear a floor off of the Time Tower. And the fourth person ever. So this would be a big deal night for the Time Tower if Raptos can pull off one more win. There'd be another historic I don't want to jinx Raptos here. I'll stay quiet until it happens. Goal time. Crush. Oop. 3 crush. We'll also have one Evo code giveaway for the mass population towards the end of the stream. So for those of you who don't need to catch some sleep within the next few minutes, just so you know that's coming up. One shard hand isn't going to do it. Again, a one shard hand is not going to do it. Oh my god. Alright, seriously, I'm just gonna... this is bad. This is really bad. I'm gonna choose wild, because if I find a resource I can play Chlorophylla for sure and try to ramp my way out of this. This is kind of the nightmare scenario. I mean, you saw I had one resource hands. Those weren't good hands. Alright, thank you for at least making it semi-possible that this could be a competitive game. And the Arborian Rootfather has its gem with this deals double damage in all zones, and it can't be blocked except by wild troops or artifacts. Alright, and I'm going to take down the Seeking Challengers because I only have time for B. Warner here. And I'm going to burn that right now. So we've been up for 2.5 hours. So I'm actually not going to go to bed early tonight, but that's okay. As long as I have a cutoff. I have to throw this away. From a 0% win record to a 29%. Ouch. 7 and 24 is pretty rough, as you know. Just 3 more and you've got that sleeve, and then you never have to touch it again if you don't want to. I have enjoyed the mode, but there's only... And even though I really like it, I think there's only so many times I would pay in to keep playing it. You started 0-3 and you're 11-5. I had a stretch where I had a 5-0 gauntlet and then I lost 5 games in a row. Almost had 2 consecutive 0-3 gauntlets after a 5-0, but was able to rate the ship a little bit. I think I'm 20-16 total now. Alright, so Filcape is playable next turn. Filcape, at the end of your turn, revert all troops. Alright, and this has an attack of 4, so it can't punch through that. You really like it, you just seem to be really bad at troop trading. You kept playing Purge and voiding their troops. Yeah, that is super nasty when you're able to do that. It's definitely a different deck building thought process, and that's why you know, after last Saturday where I streamed it for 7 hours, I was like, I can never do that for 7 hours again. My brain was starting to turn from mush because every game you have to start the same thought process over again. And just think, how am I building it this time? How am I building it this time? Versus, you know, if you're playing on the ladder, you're playing with the warm comfort of, hey, I know what this deck does. I know what I'm getting myself into. So you're not completely rethinking your strategy from ground zero over every single time. Stop gaining health. Stop gaining health. And let me kill you. I think I swing with the ape first. I try to get my damage in. Now I'm going to put down another ape. And I gotta see if I can get damage in faster than Raptos can ping me to death off of that. Because I'm not sure what is in this deck that can in these shards that can conveniently 4-ball something. And that's the linchpin of what Raptos is going to be doing. Is just ping, here's some health, ping, here's some health. Deploy, gain some health. Gain some health. So 34 health to my 17. And I can't block that. Alright, so the thing I love about Sting Troll here is Sting Troll has a free one-shot. Another troop you control gets Crush, and troops with Crush have +1/+1. And because Filcape reverts everything at the end of a turn, if you decide later on you want to move that to something else, you can go ahead and move that onto something else. It also means that Warrior of Andronicus 1-cost, 1-shot power to become 2/2 larger. That can also be used basically every single turn. So Raptos still comfortably at 30, and I'm feeling a little bit sweaty down here at 14. No! Can I... At least this is at the end of your turn, so I will get Crush for 1 turn. Might as well do that on the way out the door. Raptos, why won't you die? If you play too much Corinth, you find yourself saying, why is this card staying in my hand, right? I've seen that before where some cards just seem to stick like glue for multiple turns. So, am I just dead? I can get Warrior of Andronicus out, so at least I've like done everything I can do. I'm dead though. I am dead. That's 4 in the air. Tap, tap. Pings off the pallet. I'm dead. Raptos got me. Good for Raptos. Yep, that's 2. That's 2. Get your kill shot. 2 more in the air. And boom! Raptos has cleared a floor of the time tower. 2 floors have fallen tonight. I cannot add to Raptos' death count. I sadly cannot add to Raptos' death count. Because Raptos did not die. So let's update the info numbers. You won. You won. You actually won. You legit won. Oh my god, you won. It happened. It happened. We gotta get you some prize doors. We have to get you some prize doors. Hold on. Alright, so let me move this down, because you have definitely earned some swag. So let's go to the monitor. And you, sir, savor the moment. You get 2 prize doors. And I didn't want to jinx it. When I said I wasn't going to jinx something before I started up that last round, I was going to say Raptos has never won before and is really, really close to doing it this time. Because Raptos, I think, is probably the only person to have essentially perfect attendance, to have watched every single episode of Dungeon Masters of Entrath live and not won. So if anybody deserves to finally see a tower clear, Raptos absolutely deserves it. You can now build a time resort on the 3rd floor that you cleared and the floor above is cleared. Get that resort. Alright, so let's go 20. Let's see your loot first. Behind door number 20, you have a Doombringer booster. So I'm going to rate you down for DB boost. And then the other one is 2. So we'll zoom out, swing over, zoom in. Door number 2. Door number 2, yes. Door number 2 is a copy of Rotpaw Gang and Tranquil Seed Heart, donated by Kit. So you have a booster and a pair of rares. Rotpaw Gang and Tranquil Seed Heart. And your name is also now going on the leaderboard. So we'll get you there, get you on the Hall of Fame for this season. So let's save that. Who is playing in Pandemic as Jank Lackett? I will not be. I wish I could, but I got to help my dad move some furniture on Thursday, so I'm not going to be around. Otherwise, I would totally be playing if I had the availability. All right, B Warner, I'm having a brain fart. Could you remind me? I'm scrolling. I'm sure to scroll up in chat, but remind me your in-game name and which tower you wish to face. I should have written that down. Your mystery, and we're doing silver. All right, silver was not cleared, so I don't need to reroll decks on that. I totally need to reroll time tower again because 2 people took it out tonight. But let me do this before. Well, I still need to figure out a good way to give out an Evo code to folks. Yeah, so we'll get mystery in here. I need to figure out how I can give out another Evo code here in chat, because having everybody spam numbers was really hard on my brain following all that text. So I think that was kind of a bad idea. Alright, so I have a whisper out to Mystery for a silver run, our final challenger of the evening. And then I will figure out a way to one number each and closest wins. That would be an easier way to that's probably a much better way to do it. Saves me a lot of a headache. Yeah, I think we'll give that a try, because that sounds vastly superior to me trying to read through a chat storm. All right, I'm going to remember to get the infographic off. Oh, I almost took off my face cam, but we need that. Mystery is rolling up here with a Blackberry Knight. Alright, I'm going to keep this. We'll see how this goes. And reminder, if you haven't seen this deck before, you missed the challenge on this earlier in the stream. This is a very, very weird brew by the standards of what I put in the Silver Tower, in that this deck has absolutely no troops in it out of the box. The only way this deck gets troops is to make them off of an action somehow. So that's why we have actions like Trial of Totems to try to create something that's going to be a more top-end threat. And we also have Psychic Ascension in this deck. So in a world where I'm asking you to only play commons and uncommons, I'm over here trying to Psychic Ascend on you. Which seems really cool, except that I have yet to get a win with this deck. It came close once, but it has not yet happened. So I don't feel bad about the amount of rares and legendaries in this deck, because people are clearly doing okay against it. I did get to Psychic Ascend once, and then I immediately got killed the next turn. Like, I was using Treacherous Search as a 0 cost to be able to push over the finish line. I'm going to seek some adventure here because I have a 4th resource. And pass. Oh, look, the card I beat you with, yep. It's a Judas. It's like, hey, I'm gonna join the opposite team, and I'm gonna be stronger because I love my Dungeon Master. Alright, so I take one. I probably want to void the Nightcap. I'm just gonna play you. I'm gonna void you. And I'm going to focus. And I think, honestly, I think I want the well here. Had to give in. Universe. Yeah, the universe decides to. Oh, you had to write some lore for your victory. Oh, I need to. I missed the setup to the second comment. I'm gonna need to see this when it's done. The tale of Raptus the Undying, who continuously got beaten down time and time again, but then one day said, "No, sir," and defeated the vile Dungeon Master. I need to throw down the Royal Falconer here so I don't just keep getting pummeled. And I'm gonna pass. We found Psychic Ascension. Good news, everyone. We have Psychic Ascension. The bad news is it costs 11 still. Halt is interrupt a quick card. Ooh, I can make this runic. Alright, a runic Winter's Grasp says void you because I'm not a fan. Swing for 8 in the air. Yeah, I'm gonna throw down the 1/4 as just a blocker and pass. I try to see how much damage I can do off the back of one trial of totems, conscripting a stronger rare card. No! Stun up to X target troops. Wait, could I have... That's basic. I couldn't have halted that. Alright, never mind. And that's 8 that I have to take. Alright, light the votives. Give me a candle. Make Psychic Ascension cheaper. Treacherous for 2. Grab... Do I want Light the Votives, or do I want Bring to Justice to void a thing off the board? I think I take the Bring to Justice. Oh my god, I can't afford to play it. You need to think these things through, Thrawn. Grab a Shackling Strands. And I'll just pass. So Psychic Ascension is down to 7. You're working on a few short stories on Raptor, so you'll let me know when they're done. Definitely do. Romo is testing a 2-color deck. Mulled 15 times and never got both colors, and that's rough. I wonder how statistically unlikely that is, too. That's... okay, that's basic. I couldn't have halted that either. I got this free card that I can't use. Alright, I'll stop 3. Getting a resource wouldn't be bad here to be able to trip the runic and void one of those, but... or I just void one of those. And avoid another one of those. And I hold up everything here to block. Okay. So maybe not dead? Darkon does not like grapes. Sucker Punch. Uh-oh. So there goes my one blocker that could stop something. I'm going to have to throw a Falcon in front of that. And then I think I take 2 here. Geez, I could Psychic Ascend just in time to die. We're gonna Shackling Strands. Get Psychic Ascension down to 4. Also have Absolute Power in hand. Draw any number of cards, but that requires me to somehow live to get to 8 resources. Which is probably not relevant for this particular game. Whoops. Down. See, Mystery does not realize that the Dungeon Master is motivated by a desire to win, so I can conclude the stream, do some post-stream, post-production, go to bed at a decent hour. Or decent as in not super late. Let's void your grape, get out of here. Psychic Ascension. Oh no, I'm still dead. I'm still dead. Rip me, I can't play a troop to block anything. Ah! It's the second time I got to ascend and couldn't finish the job. Oh, I'm so sad. And that's after voiding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threats. Oh, well, oh, I forgot I hit that, but I'm still dead. Unless I find some sort of amazing savior here. Quell you. You now have defensive. Target troop you control gets power equal to its defense this turn. Yeah, I'm not swinging. Maybe I'm not dead? I'm still on a super precarious balance. If any of the cards in your deck were real, you'd have them bronzed and hang them on the wall. And I'm on 2. I have... Oh, crap. And that's going to give something +1/+1, crush, and it battles. That was probably the pull that ends me. Should quit the game now. It's all downhill from here. So I can't... Oh, here, I do this. Because that gives me a true... Do that pre-blocking phase. Alright, no. Trade a candle. Keep a flyer. Don't give me this. I need stuff. Stun target opposing troop. Ready target troop you control. You have defensive. Well, you need to be stunned. And ready target troop I control. Boom. That isn't basic. I can do that anytime. Alright, I'm not dead somehow. Today is a good day. That's good. Neomaster, unfortunately, you are too late for the evening. Mystery is our last challenger. Oh, I'm super dead. Everything is stunned. Mystery is going to kill me and move on to round 2. So Mystery has at least 3k gold coming for 1 win. Silver deck number 2. When you ascend and you still can't win. Alright, so the second deck in line, silver number 8. This is Spider Eggs. So now I gotta try to fill that deck with lots and lots of eggs. Try to crush through with some unblockable damage that ever-growing Blackberry Knight can't do anything about. Yeah, this is okay. I'll keep this. This is way better than the hand I had the last round against Raptos, where it was one shard hand, one shard hand, one shard hand. I'm like, ah! I actually did manage to draw out of it pretty well, but I couldn't build up an offensive engine fast enough. Alright. So probably on 2 I want the web guard. 1-4, when a spider enters play under my control, I can exhaust something over there. So that kind of can lock down some blockers, potential blockers. Though I don't know how much of a deal that is. Well, actually, since they come into play on his turn most of the time, it stops attackers from coming in. And check that. I want the Runaweb Infiltrator first, because that can start putting eggs in the deck. Whenever it deals damage to an opposing champion, 2 eggs go into their deck. So I'm going to play that. I'm going to be happy to get my engine running. And I'm going to pass things over. And I'm not immediately afraid of that. I will not be able to participate because I need to help my dad move some furniture, and it was either Thursday or do it over the weekend, and I can't do it over the weekend because I'm out of town, so I have to help him on Thursday. So this week I won't be playing because I won't physically be around to help or to do so. But next week, because I know it sounded like he's going to do it the same format 2 weeks in a row and then rotate them. So I really want to play next week. Because that format just sounds dumb in the best possible way. Have your jank bots, have your lockets. Hope that when you swing with Jankbot, you hit something that immediately gets copied and it just goes nuts. Was able to get them for song. You need how many do you have any lockets, Stigma Buster, or do you need an entire set? Like, what is your level of need? I'll take some adventure. I will stun you. You need a set. Okay. I will see how many I have. Once the stream has gone dark. So I trust you to send them back to me. And I'm not going to be using them anyway this week. Alright, now that I got my point of damage out of you, I will go ahead and sacrifice you to put 3 more in the deck. Aww. I was hoping for a spider egg there real bad. So playing something that costs more than 3 is going to be a real headache for me because that's going to spread out a lot of +1/+1. Speak of the devil. Alright, so I just got wrecked. Alright, Vilefang Aeromite is great, because now if any of those spiders start showing up, then I'll get a point of health and deal a point of damage to Mystery for each one that shows itself. And I'm just going to pass here. You have, what is that, 5 different builds? Blood Wild is your favorite by far. You've been putting some thought into this. I would probably just, Gun to my head, Thrawn, you have 10 minutes to put together a deck for that format. I'd probably put together Blood Ruby and Prey. But that might not be the right... Those might not be the right shards. Alright. A boss card. Is it 3 charges? Yeah, it's 3 charges. So, Brood Baron at the start... Oh, I think that triggers at the start of my turn. Yeah, I'll stun one of the grapes. At the start of your turn, create a copy of each spiderling egg in the opponent's deck. So basically you're doubling the eggs. And then if there's 250 or more in their deck, they're dead. So I just need to survive and hope Brood Baron sticks around long enough to do its job. No more resources, so I'd probably just throw the spiderling in front of the grape and then sack it. Yeah, so we're going to throw you in front, then we're going to sacrifice you. Spell Shield Darkheart is pretty good. I believe it. Alright, have double the eggs. Some good old spider protein in your diet. That's all? I was hoping I had more eggs in the deck than that by now. Right, come on, give me a spider or no spider. Alright. Swinging with those. Alright, this is risky. I'm going to let one through. Create 3 more eggs in the deck, which will become even more off of Brood Baron. And my basic hope at this point is that I have to hit a huge pack of eggs. Gruesome Deed is basic, and that board is too wide. I can't spare body. Alright, give me a big train. That was not a big enough train. I needed way more than that, Kismet. I needed way more than that. Alright, so you, and you. Alright, so now you rowdied things. Am I just... Yeah, that's lethal. Ah! That's 3 plus 3. Yeah, I'm not gonna dink around. You got me! Mystery's like, Thrawn, I'm not letting you go to bed. Not letting you go to bed. Alright, so final fight. We could have 3 winners tonight. We could have 3 floors cleared. Mystery is definitely getting 1 prize door. Now fighting for a 2nd. Not your night. Yeah. It makes up for nights where I've had nights where like literally nobody got more than 1 run, or hardly anybody got any wins at all. So they happen sometimes. Okay. Final one is Old School Elves. Oh, I don't know that this is a good matchup for me. Alright, I need to write down a reroll for time. And I'm going to draw a line to silver on the assumption I could have to reroll that too for next week. Alright, I will keep this. I think this has potential. Alright, Mystery evening out the shard base. So I have a 2, I have a 3. I'm gonna go adventure. I have a little bit of ramp here. Lyricist into Troubadour into stuff. Alright, Nutch Snatch Raven. Creates a Grand Squirrel Titan, so there's a 6/6 in there, which is a body and can trigger Rowdy later. Which is its secret real reason to exist. Alright, so Lyricist. And pass. And Troubadour, at the start of your turn you gain 1 temporary resource for each elf you control. So that will help try to ramp up fast into things like Tempestuous Blade Dancer. Alright, Wall of Savagery, grab a Ruby here. Throw it on Ageless Troubadour. I can't block a flyer. So I'm going to go ahead and swing. Hold the Wild Growth. Probably want to use that to get an annoying Grapes of Wrath or something off the board. Or pair with Crushing Blow. Go over the top. I can't remember if I need double Ruby in this deck or not. And that's the problem of having over 60 decks. I'm going to gamble that I don't need it and gain 3 health. Throw down Tempestuous Blade Dancer. Turn all the cards sideways. And you're gonna let me have it all? Okay. Puck and Balthazar. 1 more resource. If the top card of your resource... Top card of your deck is a resource, play the top card for free. Otherwise, draw a card and gain some health. Sucker Punch. What if I told you that I'm not afraid? Bye-bye, Grape. Bye-bye. Get smashed. Tempestuous Blade Dancer number 2 and 3 are showing up. I can hard cast Runic Fury. Target troop you control gets plus. Oh, that's not what. That's not the mobilized one. That just gives stuff. 4/8. Get out of my house! Old school elves still got a little bit of juice in the tank. And Mystery gets taken out, but not before earning 1 prize door for ripping off 2 wins against the Silver. Yeah, rip the 3 clear dream. Only 2 champions tonight. Make sure I get Raptos and Airtron. Alright, so we gotta do some end of stream housekeeping. First thing we're gonna do is give Mystery his door. Then I'm going to declare who tonight's winner is. Again, since Hex has given me some extra codes to work with, at every episode of Dungeon Masters of Entrath, I'm declaring a show winner, and that person is going to get a bonus Evo code. That person has to be somebody who challenged the dungeon, so it's an extra reward that people who fight me are eligible for. And we also have 1 Evo code to give away to the entire chat would be eligible for. Where was your lore up above? did I miss that? Now I see not your night, and that you're practically giddy. I don't know how far. And you're working on a few short stories. I might have missed it. Clearly, tonight's winner must be Raptos. You are absolutely correct. Tonight's winner is Raptos for like perfect attendance across every episode of Dungeon Masters of Entrath ever, and finally getting that coveted first win. Like that is dedication, and that is worthy of an Evo code. So tonight's special winner for achievement in Dungeon Masters of Entrath is going to be Raptos. But I need to get my act together here in terms of getting up the prize doors so we can get Mystery a prize door. And I need to zoom out here. That's way too big. That is way too big. All right, here we go. Get over to the monitor. Yep, Raptos finally won. Regular viewers know. So, Mystery, pick a door for me. Yeah, that like there's like 3 different things I need to highlight off of this episode. We're going Lucky 13. You'll post it again on Twitter. Okay, good. Lucky 13. So your prize door is 2 rares. You get a Pipit Pal, which was instrumental in taking down Ducklet earlier tonight, and a Witch of the Wishing Well. So you have a Pipit, Pal, and Witch. I'm just going to write Witch of Well. I'll know what I'm talking about there. So you're going to have a couple rares coming your way. And let's go to Hex Streams. Okay. So the suggestion that we do that was correct. We do things this way. So I'm going to have 1 Evo code giveaway for the chat where everybody is eligible. I'm going to roll a random number between 1 and 100, and you get 1 guess. Who's ever closest is the winner, and you can start right now. I have the number up. So whoever is closest to the random number between 1 and 100 will win an Evo code. You can only guess once. If I see you sneak multiple numbers into the chat, you will be disqualified. And I'll give it a minute or 2, and then I will type stop in chat. And when I type stop in chat, that is the line I am measuring from where nobody else is going to get a guess. And so I'm just trying to keep track right now of where I think people are who are closest. Yeah, Romo throws down 3. Romo didn't listen. Okay. Okay. No, because it's who's ever going to be closest, and it's not closest without going over. Do you show who? Yeah, it goes in chronological order in my chat. I can tell you, Strom, I only see 1 number from you. Yeah, do it again. Yeah, you're right. I could just easily do a roll off on a new number between the 2 people. But here's what. No, that's too much of a pain. That's too much of a hassle. So on my clock, you can see 10:07:18. When this gets to 10:07, when this gets to 10:08, because of stream delay, we will cut it off. And I'm gonna try to figure out a better method for giveaways for next week. But Twitch giveaways was so handy, but now it's broken garbage. But right now I can tell you there's a very clear winner based on the numbers I'm seeing. so I'm going to type in stop. No more guesses. And let me, for this, I'm going to go back over to monitor view, because that's going to be the easier way. Romo, I didn't actually disqualify you, but you are not the winner. The winner, well, I'm just going to do monitor view here. Monitor. The random number was 81. Maybe I need to make this bigger so you can see. The random number was 81. And Strawmore had 84, which is only 3 off. And therefore, Strawmore, your in-game name is Airtron, correct? I haven't already forgotten that. But if you could confirm for me you are Airtron and that I'm not a complete dink, then I will include the code in the message that I'm sending you with the rest of your prizes. Is how I will do that. But yeah, I just want confirmation from you. Yep, that's correct. Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, this was a super fun episode. I had a great time. I hope you all had a great time too. Rapdos got the first win. I smashed Ducklet with some random shenanigans. I got smashed by exactly lethal damage off of Gore Feast of Cogdipedal. Yes, I'm going to do the same for your code. Since I'm sending you stuff anyway, I'm going to throw the code in with the message I send you. And and you definitely deserve to be the winner. You know, the weekly winner that gets the special bonus Evo code, there is no set criteria for that. It's like, whose line is it anyway, where Drew Carey picks a random person who's the winner every night for whatever reason he wants. That's the same thing with the bonus Evo code. You know, whether you did a random deck that was really cool, you beat me down in a fantastic way, you know, some special moment earns that extra code, and it's completely Rapdos week for ripping off the first win ever against Dungeon Masters of Entrath. And Romo, I like your Gallows Ash deck. I think that could do some punishment. So I'm looking forward to future rounds of that. But for now, I've been live for 3 hours and 13 minutes, so I've earned the right to say goodnight, y'all. And I will catch you at the latest, if I don't stream again, at the latest Monday night for Top Deck Radio. But yeah, have a good night.